In this video, we're just going to talk about different types of motion. There's no rule here. It's just knowing what kind of motion you can do between two different notes, because some are found objectionable and you can get yourself into some errors, and others you're going to be fine. So the first type of motion, I'm not even going to put a staff up here because it doesn't matter. If I have notes that just stay the same and they don't change, we just call that static motion. You're not going to get into any errors with static motion. If the notes don't move, there's going to be no errors, okay? So now, what if one note stays the same and the other one moves? It doesn't matter if it leaps or stays the same. It's just one stays the same and one moves. We call this oblique motion. Again, you're not going to get any problems with oblique motion. So that's why in voice leading, especially with the inner voices, we want to try to go same note if we can, if there's a common tone between the two chords, because you're not going to have any trouble with the motion, okay? Let's do another one. What if we take the same one and one goes up and one goes down, or if one goes down and one goes up? This kind of motion we call contrary. We like contrary motion. When you do it, it sounds cool, our ears like it, and so we want to do a lot of contrary motion if we can. There are some potential errors that we'll talk about later about contrary motion, but they're hard to do. Usually you have some other errors if you're going to have contrary motion problems. So contrary motion, we like that. We like oblique motion, we like static. Now we have to be careful of this type of motion though. So now we'll take the same thing and they're both going to go in the same direction. Okay, when that happens, in fact, let me just make one leap right now because I don't want to get into something else yet. This we call similar motion. Similar just means they both go in the same direction. That's all it means, okay? And that we have to be careful with. You're going to have to do similar motion. It's not bad to do similar motion, but some problems can happen. And that's where we get into what we call parallel motion. Parallel motion is when you have similar motion, so they're going in the same direction, but they keep the same interval. So if I take a look at this, why don't I go ahead and give this one, I'm sorry I didn't move this guy up. Let's go ahead and give a clef to this one now, okay? So now if you notice right here, I have a perfect fifth, and they're gonna move in similar motion to another perfect fifth. So these intervals stay the same when they move in similar motion. When you do that, we now have something called parallel motion. And we have to be careful about parallel motion. If you have parallel fifths or parallel octaves, you're in trouble. That's something that's not allowed. Parallel thirds, parallel seconds, parallel fourths, all of those are fine, but we're gonna learn later that there are some objectionable parallel motions. So whenever you see notes go in the same direction, you have to look at what intervals they are also, because you could be in some trouble on that. So once you know the different types of motion you can have, it'll help you with your voice leading, and that's our lesson on motion.